drills in at the 3 slot. Pass to Mr. Clutch. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Going back to what you said about the Cavs, great luck for them indeed with 2 number 1s in 3 years. That's definitely how you turn a franchise around.
Well, you got to make sure you hit on those draft picks. And as of right now, I would say only Kyrie Irving is a sure thing. Dion Waiters, the jury's still out. Tristan Thompson looks like a nice player. He's getting better. And we'll find out with Anthony Bennett.
A chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, Anthony Bennett was the surprise number 1 pick in this year's draft. Bennett was as surprised as anyone, but certainly he's pleased. And with his skill set, he can do a lot of different things. Bennett said, I'm versatile. I can shoot, post up, run the floor, rebound, get my teammates open. I'm unselfish, and I don't have my own agenda. And guys, for a young team developing a winning culture, his character's certainly an important attribute.
Yeah, an NBA body from day 1. Thank you, Doris.
And guys, on this team, that leadership of his is certain to help. I mean, I think he's the perfect fit.
Bynum drives in, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You've got to challenge him a little bit at least.
As he's grown as a player, Andrew Bynum has become more forthcoming with his opinions, which I don't mind. One thing he said last season was that he felt his development was stifled a little bit by playing with Kobe Bryant. And you know what? He might be right.
Now here's Butler. He's had some playing time, but no score yet from him.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
The Cavaliers trail by 20. And going back to Andrew Bynum, certainly he's shown the capability to be a go-to scorer on the low block.
Well, he's an old-school center. I mean, he can throw him the ball on the block. He's got great footwork. He can score with either hand. He's an impossible cover when he's physically right. But that's the question. Will he be healthy? If so, then they've got a guy who can demand double teams down there.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Andrew Bynum. Here's Boss. No good on the quick 3.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
And there's the call on Boss. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Bennett kicks to G. The pass to Irving. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Well, Mike Brown hired back to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I got a chance to know him a little bit when he's an assistant with the Pacers early in his coaching career and was let go by the Cavs back in 2010. Family laid down roots in Cleveland, and I think he's glad to be back.
And here are the goals now, following the shot by Tristan Thompson. Boss defended by Butler, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot, he'll shoot 2. And for Mike Brown, his firing, kind of a desperation move by the Cavs to try to keep LeBron James. Steve, how'd you analyze that?
Well, I'm not sure that LeBron actually wanted him gone, but you know, he's a great defensive strategist, a guy who excels in player development. And give credit to him, he didn't burn any bridges when he left. He maintained strong relationships there in Cleveland, and it's great to see Mike Brown back there with the Cavaliers. Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. His teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far. You know, the thing about Irving is that he's got great pace to his game, Kevin. It comes down the lane. It looks like he's in slow motion, but he's really not. He's just collected, he's poised, and he's got really strong legs, so he can get wherever he wants to go.
Yeah, and even if he gets clipped while up in the air, Kyrie can go on and finish anyway. He's deceptively strong and really has a great IQ. You just don't see that kind of composure from a player who's as young as he is.
Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. G from 11 feet away. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the Brooklyn Nets.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
This should be the last possession of the quarter if they play it right.
And if their clock management's good, it will be.
Noah with a screen for Irving. G kicks to Irving. Here's the kid. The shot is off. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Bulls lead by.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Studios. Such great ride. New York leading against
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Talk about a terrific game for Boss. 18 points, and he's drained 4 3-pointers here as well.
With more to come, maybe. The way his shot looks tonight, looks like he's in for a big night.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Chicago right now, Mr. Fundamentals is out there with the kid. And it's Mr. Clutch. Then there's Boss, and it's the Beast in at the 3.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense. Well, the Bulls battled in last year's postseason. Got a Game 7 win in Brooklyn to sneak out of round 1 in what was one of the more interesting series of the first round, but then fell to the Heat in round 2.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
Here's Boss. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And for the Bulls, no Rose the whole time. And questions constantly being asked if he would return. But the team came together, Steve, and showed the Bulls aren't just a one-man show.
You know, they missed him, though, Kevin. I mean, desperately. I thought they performed admirably, but they really needed him against the Heat. They were able to steal Game 1 in that Eastern Conference semifinal matchup, but without him, the Bulls just didn't have enough firepower to beat them.
How did he get that one over the top of it? He's given up a lot of inches in that matchup, but you wouldn't know it after that throwdown.
Butler gets to Bennett. Outside Irving. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mr. Clutch. That's his third foul of the game. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Bynum dishes to Bennett.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half. Up strong off the offensive rebound.
What a play. They can cut this lead down if they start converting more of their second points.
I'm with you there.
Yeah, but you wonder, where were those earlier? They're just hustling more now. Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line. Anthony Bennett, 6'8", 240 out of UNLV. Incredibly explosive and athletic. A multifaceted scorer. Shot 38% from long range with the Running Rebels in his 1 season in college, but also an excellent finisher in the paint.
Some changes for Chicago. The bulldozer comes in for the kid. And Speedy subbed in for Mr. Clutch. There's the dish to Butler. Feeds it to Bynum. Back to Butler. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Pass to G. And he's knocked off course by the knee. The foul called. He'll shoot free throws. And for Bennett Clark, he's a guy teams could slot in at either the small forward or I guess even the power forward position.
Well, you consider the wingspan. 7'1", allows him to play bigger than his height would suggest. And I've always said it's not how tall you are, it's how big do you play.
Right.
And his skill set allows him to play on the perimeter, too.
And Chicago has possession. Pass to Speedy. Here's the bulldozer. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
I tell you what, the Cavs can certainly attest to how strong the Central Division was last year. It was a big problem for the Cavs finding wins against the rest of their division mates, and they ended up last in the Central Division standing.
And for the Cavs, nobody expected them to win the Central by any means. But Steve, the fans are hoping they could avoid another finish at the bottom of the heap and a division record of 3-13.
Well, that's 3 straight finishes at the bottom of the Central Division for them. But then, look, this is a tough group of teams with Indiana and Chicago, of course, at the top. But, you know, Cleveland is a young team. They're going up against some veteran squads. they should be better as this season goes on and as their young players continue to improve.
The shot by Irving, once again off the mark by Cleveland.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Here's the bulldozer, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And he does it as well as anyone. Tremendous skill in the air. Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Up again, a follow-up jam. And the Bulls lead by 20.
Well, I love that aggression. Forget about the tip. Just grab the thing and slam it home.
Well, one away to get second chance points.
Man, don't take any risks. Just put that ball back in the hoop.
The shot's good from Bynum.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team. That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Snatched away. And here we go, the Bulls fast break. And he stops it. What a pass to set him up.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
Guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
That whistle got a big response from Clark. Incredible.
Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't
come
remember
on.
ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
Irving kicks it to Noah. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Chicago.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Irving kicks to Clark. Dishes it to Noah. Second chance shot, and that one's good by G. G's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, normally when you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the scoreboard, but not so much here today.
You're right, Steve. Typically, it is a good barometer that indicates who's winning, but not so.
Hit his leg, and they're saying he kicked the ball. Here's Noah, right now averaging 5 points a game. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. First free throw is good.
Hey, people had no idea, guys, how the Bulls were going to do last season dealing with the Rose injury, but they showed very quickly that they're going to be a team in the hunt, and they were still going to be hard to beat at home.
And back to the Bulls at the United Center that Clark was just mentioning, 24-17 here in this building a year ago. And even though, Steve, they didn't have a lot of high-flying highlights here, they knew how to close out games.
Well, they defend, and that's the main thing. If you want to finish and close out games, you have to be able to defend and rebound. And that's what Tom Thibodeau's teams are always all about, and this year is no exception.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Irving kicks to Clark. Pass to Noah. Irving gets a screen from Noah. A shot by Irving, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play. You know, a lot of players in this league are so clever with the ball, they can make defenders look foolish. That's what Kyrie Irving does. I mean, he's just a magician with the ball. Been a poor shooting performance for him today, but luckily for them, a lot of his teammates have come through.
The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Irving's got 23 points.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Here's the bulldozer. That one goes. Come. And going back to Kyrie Irving, ambidextrous, they say, with the ball in his hand.
He really is. He can go both ways, and he plays with such great pace and energy offensively. Keeps the ball tight on the string. A true point guard, and I think his assist numbers will only climb as the offensive players around him continue to get better.
Steve was saying he was amphibious. I didn't understand that.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Outside Butler. Back to Irving. 5 on the clock. Noah. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. That's 7 points for Joakim Noah.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
No good from the Beast.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen him hit those in the past, but like you said, the defender was on him like glue. It would have been quite a bucket.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for Cleveland. Bennett comes in for Earl Clark. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, defended by Bennett. And it's Speedy with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Some great free throw shooting so far in this second half.
I think they should keep trying to initiate contact and get back to the line until they start missing from there. But as it is, they're perfect so far, so keep it up.
He passes to the Beast. Bangs home the trifecta. The Beast's got 17.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Now through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the San Antonio Spurs.
And Kevin, in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up way too often.
Yeah, and that did make things really easy, guys. Nice to get a win if you're on that side of it and not to have to work too hard for it.
And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the 4th quarter. Bennett is out there with Alonzo G. Then there's Andrew Bynum. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Irving.
Oh, ridiculous.
What a move.
Tore it down that time. Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how brilliant throw that.
Just exerting his authority out there.
Showing us a little force on that putback there.
Well, there was no way he was going to let that chance slip away.
No, sir.
Now, you got to love his positioning. As the shot went up, he anticipated that play. Quick hands on the steal, quick feet on the break.
Costly mistake to fork that ball over and then not get back on deep.
Bynum sets a screen for Irving. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
You know, you watch Irving over the course of his first 2 seasons, guys, and he's so in control of himself late in games and really positions himself to assert his will and impact the outcome. That's why he's so good in the clutch.
And you talk about the late game clutch play for Kyrie Irving. His rookie season statistically, he was the best in the league at scoring in the clutch.
That's an amazing stat, Kevin. I mean, that says it all. He's a tremendous shooter. Got size and ball handling skills to get him anywhere on the court. And I think in the next few years, Kyrie Irving will be considered the best point guard in the NBA.
And you can see he's a cornerstone of a rising Cleveland team.
He sure is.
Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers were okay offensively last year. It was on defense where they really struggled. They had the 2nd lowest block total in the league, but still were top 5 in fouls. That's a bad combination.
Then at the pass to G. Butler. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Butler's got 4 points in the quarter.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over.
Mr. Fundamentals, no luck. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
Key is to avoid mistakes and make each possession count.
Yeah, and I think the tendency could be to really rush or push the game a little bit. I think they need to avoid that.
And for the Cavs, a young team, plenty of injuries last season. Steve, you think they'll improve defensively this year?
I have no doubt they'll improve, Kevin. That was the main reason to hire Mike Brown. He's really a defensive mastermind, and a guy who will emphasize it every day in practice. And it's a young group, talented young players who are still growing and still learning. So I think they'll get better defensively by a significant margin.
To the paint, 7-foot shot. Goes up high with a 2-handed dunk.
excellent work on the offensive boards.
Went after that rebound hard and quickly turned it into a putback jam. Beautiful work.
And those are the types of plays that have put them in front in this game.
Irving drives in, 13 feet away. And Bennett with the basket on the assist by Irving. And that's now 10 points for Anthony Bennett. And the dunk to finish it off. Ah, beauty. The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throw down there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
The Cavaliers trail by 13. He feeds it to G. Shoots the three. Rebounded by Mr. Fundamentals. The Bulls have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Boss passes to the Beast. The Bulldozer. He's guarded by Bynum. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. No good from Boss.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Lets it go with the three. It's rebound. By Cleveland. Bennett's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Yeah, that last meeting, they won the game, and remember, it was a huge day for the bench. I mean, they got some key points from their reserves.
And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. They host the 76ers after this game, and that will be the 3rd of 5 straight played at home.
I'll be anxious to see what ends up happening with that Mavericks game, guys. That should be a good one.
Boss, he's covered by Irving. They get the rebound. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Some fantastic numbers here, fundamentals. He's got 19 points and 4 blocks. He's doing all the things you can ask of a player in the low post.
Oh, the blocks, the rebounds, it's incredible what he's done here.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Noah's checked in.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Back to Irving. Second shot opportunity. Here's Mr. Fundamentals, covered by Noah. Here's Mr. Clutch. The three-pointer, no good. Steve talked about the contribution they got from their bench to win this matchup last time, Clark, and it was a great game for them in that regard.
Kevin, it really was. I mean, the depth they have was apparent on that day. I mean, there was no drop-off when they went to their bench, and the coach has to be extremely confident knowing that his reserves can handle their weight.
And it's Butler missing. Chicago leading by 11. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Stolen by Noah. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Tips it. Clears Bennett. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
And now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Cleans up the mess with the Savage putback flush. And the Bulls lead by 11.
That kind of putback turns a simple rebound into a highlight play.
He assaulted the glass, you're right, then assaulted the rim.
Yeah, now that's getting the job done on the boards.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Well, you have to like what we're seeing from Boss.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, Mike Brown was just going over the plan with his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me, show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
This quarter has brought out the best in them fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
It makes it so easy for your teammate when you can lead him with a pass like that one.
The Cavaliers trail by 10, and there's the foul. It's on the Bulldozer. That's foul number 2 for him. Tries to save it, and that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. On defense, Chicago. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead, and that one's good. Irving.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
The Beast lays it up, and in spite of the excellent defense at that, The Beasts got 10 points here in the second half. Irving drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
He's been unflappable here in the quarter. 6 for 8 shooting with some huge buckets.
.137 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Gets it to go. Mr. Fundamentals got 7 now in this quarter.
He's been so reliable again today, Kevin. They need his points, and he's providing them.
Timeout called Cleveland. They're losing by 9. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The Caddies check in for Mr. Fundamentals. Here's Bennett and blocked. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Chicago leading by 9. It's stolen by G. Outside Irving. Kicks it to Butler. This one for 3. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 6th assist on the night.
That's 3 or 4 from the field for him now, guys, and he's really been a big part of the scoring here in the fourth.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a 3-point battle like this.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Way too loose on that inbounds pass.
Got a piece of it. The Kid passes to the Bulldozer. Here's the Kid. The Bulldozer. A follow-up flush.
Well, it's been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Here's G. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Looks like they're going to finish strong, but there just aren't enough ticks left on the clock.
Well, Steve, it's a good run they're having now, but they just waited too long to have it.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Bennett. Clark comes in for Alonzo G. Caruso, who's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Jarrett Jack is subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Fans don't like that call one bit.
Well, the officials got an earful as a result.
No good from Boss. Here's Zeller. The feet to Jack. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Great interplay there between those 2 teammates.
Here's Boss. Misses the shot. And so it's Chicago winning this.